Hi guys, welcome back to my read along channel. It's been a crazy week. It's been busy despite it being a bank holiday, and I had to get myself a new laptop because my old one died, and I didn't have enough storage on my phone. So it's all been a bit crazy this week, so I do apologise. I know we started starring Tracy Beaker by Jaqueline Wilson and never got much further. So today I'm looking forward to reading another few pages, however many I feel I can get done today, and we'll go from there. If I'm being honest, I can't remember whether we were on 18 or 19, so I'm going to go with 18 in case I go for 19 and we've missed a page and we don't know what's going on with the story. So without further ado, this is all Jaqueline Wilson's own work. I'm just reading it for entertainment and pleasure. This is Starry Tracy Beaker by Jaqueline Wilson. Okay, let's go. It isn't a real ghost, it's only Tracy Beaker. I'm scared of Tracy Beaker, said Peter, even though she's my friend. I wish the little creep wouldn't go around telling everyone he's my friend. It's dead embarrassing. I don't want you to think he's my only friend. I've got heaps and heaps of friends. Well, Louise isn't my best friend anymore. She's gone totally off her head because she now wants to be friends with Justine No Fun at All Littlewood. There's no one in our class who quite measures up to my friendship requirements. Hey, I have got a best friend. It's Cam. She comes to see me every Saturday. She's not like my mum, glamorous and beautiful and exciting, but she can sometimes be good fun. So she's my best friend, and Miss Simpkins can be my second best friend at school. Peter's just my friend at the dumping ground, especially at night time when there's no one else around. Peter seems to be thinking about nighttime get-togethers too. Promise, promise, promise you won't pretend to be a ghost tonight, Tracy, he whispered anxiously. Ah, I'm afraid I can't. Probably promise, Peter, I am the child of a famous Hollywood star. I take my acting seriously. I might well have to stay in character and act ghostly all the time, I said. Maybe we'd better cast you as something else, Tracy, said Miss Simpkins. Oh, no, please let me be the ghost, I begged. It turned out there were four main ghosts in A Christmas Carol, and a motley crew of ghostly extras too. There was the ghost of Christmas past. Let me be the ghost of Christmas past, Miss Simpkins, I said. No, Tracy, I need a girl with long, fair hair to be the ghost of Christmas past, said Miss Simpkins. She chose Louise. Now there's the ghost of Christmas present, said Miss Simpkins. Let me be the ghost of Christmas present, I said. No, Tracy, I need a big jolly boy to be the ghost of Christmas present, said Miss Simpkins. She chose old fatty Freddy. Now there's the ghost of Christmas yet to come, said Miss Simpkins. I thought Charles Dickens was meant to be a good writer. He's a bit repetitive when it comes to ghosts, isn't he? I said. Still, let me be the ghost of Christmas yet to come. No, Tracy, I need a very small, tall boy to be the ghost of Christmas yet to come, said Miss Simpkins. She chose this pea-brain boy called Philip, who couldn't haunt as much as a graveyard. There's just one more main ghost, and that's Marley's ghost, said Miss Simpkins. He wails and clanks his chains. Oh, I'm totally terrific, Wailer and Clanker. You know I am. Let me be Marley's ghost, I begged. I'm very tempted, Tracy, but perhaps you might indulge in a tad too much wailing and clanking, said Miss Simpkins. She chose Justin can't act for Toffee Littlewood. He can't clank to save her life and barely whimper, let alone give some ghostly good wail. I was severely irritated with Miss Simpkins. I decided she wasn't my friend any more. I didn't want to be in her stupid play if she wouldn't pick me for one of the main ghosts. I didn't want to be one of the no-name extra ghosts or the other people, these silly fezziwigs or these Cratchits. I turned my back on Miss Simpkins and whistled a few festive tunes myself with new lyrics. Jingle bells, Miss Simpkins smiles, jingle all the way. Oh, what a fart it is to take part in her stupid Christmas play. And now there's only one part left, said Miss Simpkins. Are you listening to me, Tracy? I gave the tiny shrug, slumping down in my seat. I tried to make it crystal clear that I wasn't remotely interested. I'll take that as a yes, said Miss Simpkins cheerfully. Yes, there's just the part of a crusty old Ebenezer Scrooge himself to cast. Now I'm going to have serious problems. This is the key part of the whole play. The best part, the leading part. I need a consummate actor who isn't fazed by a really big juicy part. One who can act bad temper and meanness and lack of generosity, and yet one who can convincingly thaw and repent and behave wonderfully after all. I wonder. I sat up straight. I gazed at Miss Simpkins. She surely couldn't mean. You, Tracy Beaker, you will be my Scrooge, she said. Yay, I screamed. I bounced up and down in my seat as if I had an India rubber bottom. That's stupid, miss, said Justine, can't hold her tongue, little word. You can't let Tracy be Scrooge. Why should she get the best part? She just mucks around and doesn't take things seriously. You can't let her be in the play. She'll just mess it up for all of us. I'll certainly mess you up, I mumbled. I rushed out of my seat right up to Miss Simpkins. I'll take it all dead seriously, Miss Simpkins. I promise. You can count on me, and don't be surprised if I turn out to be unexpectedly brilliant at acting, as my mum is a Hollywood movie star, making one film after another. As if, said Louise. I know the only sort of movies Tracy Beaker's mum would star in. Blue movies, said Justine. Liar, 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 Littlewood. My fist clenched so badly I wanted to punch her straight in the nose, but I knew she was just trying to wind me up so Miss Simpkins would lose her temper with me and not let me be Scrooge after all. I simply raised my eyebrows and hissed a small rebuff along the lines that her dad belonged in a horror movie. Then I turned my back on her and smiled at Miss Simpkins. As I've got the biggest part, you'd better give me a copy of the play straight away, Miss Simpkins, so I can be word perfect. In fact, maybe I ought to be excused of all the boring lessons like literacy and math, just so I can concentrate on learning my part. Nice try, Tracy, but I'm not that much of a pushover, said Miss Simpkins. No, you'll have to learn your part in your own time. I was so anxious to play Scrooge, I learnt my lines in other people's time. Mostly Cam's. I used up 2 entire Saturday visits while getting her to read out all the other parts while I bar humbugged my way through Scrooge. Cam tried almost too hard at first, doing weird voices for all the Christmas ghosts, and an extremely irritating little boy lisp for Tiny Tim. Hey, I'm the one that's supposed to be acting, not you, I said. Just speak the lines. Look, I'm the adult. Aren't I supposed to tell you what to do? Said Cam, swatting me with the script of the play. Oh no, sorry, I forgot. You're Tracy Beaker, so you get to be Big Bossy Knickers, right? Absolutely right, Cam. You got it in one. Hey, all this saying lines about sucking pigs and sausages has made me simply starving. Any chance of us going out to McDonald's? I didn't just pester Cam to hear my lines. I got Jenny and Mike at the dumping ground to help me out, though I got dead annoyed when they wanted Justine, utter rubbish Littlewood, and Louise and weedy little Peter to attend our special rehearsals too. It's not fair. I can't concentrate with all that rabble around, I declared. Let's send them packing. They're all in A Christmas Carol too, Tracy. You're not the only one who needs help with your lines, said Jenny. We can act it all out together, said Mike. Trust you to behave like a prima donna, Tracy. Yeah, trust me, because what's the definition of prima donna, Mike? Isn't she the star of the whole show? I rest my case. I even considered commandeering Elaine the Pain to help me with my part. She's always encouraging us looked after kids to role play and act out our angst, so I wondered if she might have any useful tips. I'd lost a little there, as if old Elaine could ever be useful at anything, especially Elaine in the Christmas mode, decking our ropey dumping ground with tinsel and homemade paper chains, a pair of wacky rainbow antlers bobbling manically on her head, and a comic relief nose pinching her own. She was wearing a holly berry red knitted jumper and an ivy green skirt, way too tight, and was warbling the words Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Elaine, my social worker, had a very large rat bum, and if you ever saw her, you would scream out loud and run. I sang under my breath. Not quite under enough. Elaine heard and got quite aerated. She burbled out on about cheek and attitude and silly offensive personal remarks that could be really hurtful. I started to feel a little bit mean. I was even considering saying sorry. Elaine can't help having a huge bum after all. She said she understood I was feeling tense and anxious because she'd heard I'd taken on a huge part in our school play, when I simply wasn't used to applying myself and being responsible. I stopped feeling even the tiniest bit sorry. I was glad when Elaine I heard Elaine say to Jenny, "Look, can I ask you for a really honest answer? Do you think my butt behind looks a bit big in my new skirt?" I decided I would simply rely on myself and learn my part properly and show them all. This was fine and dandy during the day, but not quite so easy at night. I kept having these bizarre nightmares where I was alone on stage and I kept opening my mouth like a goldfish, but no sound at all came out. I couldn't so much as blow a bubble. The audience started getting restless, pelting me with rotten fruit. One nappety old apple landed straight in my gaping mouth, so I looked exactly like the ghost of Christmas present sucking pig. Then they put me on a spit and roasted me, and I screamed that I was burning, so they threw water at me. Lots and lots of water. When I woke up, my bed was unaccountably wet, and I had to go on a dismal damp trek to the bathroom and the linen cupboard. I met up with Weedy Peter on a similar mission. He was actually crying. Like I said, I never cry. I might occasionally have an attack of hay fever, but that is not a medical condition, not an emotional state. "What are you blabbing for, silly?" I asked. "I'm so scared I'll be rubbish in this full Christmas play," Peter sobbed. I wish Miss Simpkins hadn't made me be Tiny Tim. I don't want to act. I can't remember the words, and I can't figure out which leg to hop on, and it will all be so much worse with people watching us. It's all right for you, Tracy. You never get scared of anything, and you're a terrible show-off, so acting's right up your street. All right, guys, I'm going to pause that there. We are on page 30. Thank you for listening. Sorry it's been such a long time. But until the next time, guys, goodbye.